Hey everyone, and welcome to another TWM12 video. I know I haven't been able to do as much airsoft stuff as I want, but hopefully I'm going to get started in the backswing of airsoft. For this year one, I'm going to hopefully do a takedown video of the lower TMH of the PSG1 for Tokyo Marui. Now, the reason I'm making a video like this is when I was upgrading my PSG1, it was an absolute bastard to find videos in English of taking her down, so thought I'd fill the gap there and make a video of stripping her in English. So, as you can see, it is a bloody big video and I don't have a lot of workspace, so I'll be breaking her down quickly, then I'll be working with mainly piston, gearbox, showing you how to take it apart. Right, so first major thing you want to take out is, like any G3 base, is you'll have your retaining pins at the very back here. Very simple to remove them. Next we unscrew. Flathead preferably. I wouldn't really try removing them with anything other than a flathead screwdriver, truthfully. You should be able just to pull them out nicely. I do always put just a couple of wee twists just to keep them together. Because if you lose one, they're about 20 quid to replace. They're bastards. They're very had that happen for a while. Tell I didn't lose one, I broke them. So I got a pair of cheaper JG ones to fill in, which surprisingly are actually seem to be stronger, ironically speaking. So with the retaining pins removed, should you just be able to slide the back stock off. Now at the very back here, you'll see two mini Tamis, so just release them, and that will be the back stock. In here you'll have your battery storage and your fuse. Be very careful when you're putting them back together not to clip the wires. As you can see, there is a box in there where everything fits into a box area. And in front of that there, you'll have, oops, just at the very back, this wee metal compartment here. Pulls out nicely. Nice and easy. And that is the back disassembly. So you'll have a wee screw up in here for later on. You don't need to really worry about that yet. It's a wee bastard of a screw anyways. So the next thing we want to remove is a screw just in here. So it's just in this area here. You'll need a starhead screwdriver for it. It is essentially what's holding the lower trigger housing mount to the upper. Very simple. Get a starhead, and just screw it till it comes loose. Come on, slowly getting there, slowly getting there. As you can see, it is a sizable bastard of a screw. Relatively big screw. And all you do, you slide her apart. That there is access to lower housing, well, the lower housing for the piston. So, next thing you want to do, unscrew here. Pull it out. Now, I would recommend keeping these together as they are a bastard to remember which way they're meant to go. Right here. So with that there now will give us access to the motor, which you'll want a slightly smaller starhead for, on which my wee box of tools and parts are beside me for. So this is a very fine and long screw. Oops. There we go, pull her out. Should be her off. So, because there is a wee nut on the end of this here one, I usually put it straight back through again, just for the sake of making sure none of the parts go missing. So now is the next to a ball bag of a part. This is the motor area. The motor in a PSG is a bastard to align every time. Screw. Can't remember what screwdriver it is, but one of them works really well. And the other ones are like cunts. So there are wee starhead screws in this one. Come on. Just screwing them out lightly, just trying to keep it even so it doesn't jam or get stuck. Up there. Big old devil. Didn't bring this one out far enough. Go. So this is essentially the plate that holds your motor in place. Now in here, if your motor drops, that is the wee screw there that you can tighten the wee plug, well, the wee nut. So inside, you'll have your motor. Just in here. Remember, always red to the back. Red is to the back and black to the front. Alright, very simple. Unhook them. Slide the motor out. There we go. There is your EG7 special motor for it. Says PSG special. No idea what the actual RPM is on it, but it is a pretty responsive motor. And inside, you'll see two more screws. At the very bottom, you want the slightly longer star head. Put it on in. And just unscrew them. Slightly on. Keep on going. Yeah, that's the only thing with this here. You see, when you're wanting to take it down properly, it can be a slight curse. Oh, come on. You know you want to. Oh, nearly there. Last wee one. So there should be two screws, and it's just judging where you need to take them out. So just bring them on out, it just lifts off. Then you just need to wiggle the wires down and out through the bottom of it. Now I would recommend keeping the two screws in there. Just makes your life a wee bit easier when it comes to reassembly. So that is the next part done. What you want to do next is you'll need a pair of either a really awkward Allen key that you can use, or a pair of these pliers. This is what I use. So there's a wee nut on the back of this here. Pinch it. And you just want to loosen it. Just until you can move up and down freely, or else you won't be able to take it out. So the next part is the confusing part. What you want to do to free this from this is you want to push this up, just up and over, as you can see, about there. Then you should be able to, right just to there, sorry, 90 degrees nearly. You should be able to just push her up, as you see me here, and just wiggle her out. So as you can see, there is 2 points on this here that will mark it, and the same on the here, of what degree it should come out at. And with that there, just hold your finger over this here, and you can wiggle her out. As you can see, that wee part comes free, and it allows you to separate the lower parts to the piston, the gearbox, and the actual housing itself. So, once you're in here, there's a few more things you have. So this is your electronic trigger unit that comes with it, all standard in. What you're going to then do next is start removing some of the screws to get into the piston. So we star head. They unscrew this wee screw here, wee one here. Oh, that's just so wee. You want to just ease out. There you go. Ease out slowly but surely. Don't want to force it. Ease it out. Go. Nice and easy. And there we go. There's your electronic trigger unit. Ease off. Nice. If you want to modify, that's up to you. I have no idea how to modify these for this gun, so be that on your own one. I'm not too sure I do it myself, so I'm not going to try and guide you on that one. Next, with this here free, you'll notice there is a few wee nuts. One here. I'll put on this side here. So you've got one here, then you've got wee screws, but we'll get to the screws later. So you punch these two out. It's easy. Go. That's them out. Nice and easily done. That's your two screws out. That is now your piston and your gearbox or trigger mechanism. So this is a V4 gearbox. Truthfully, when it comes to the gearbox, I'm not too sure on its disassembly, because to me a V4 is molded into one, so I'm sure there's a wee way to get access to these here. I'm not too sure myself on how to do that one, so my apologies. So to get access to the piston, a couple wee screws to take apart. That's right, these are the wee star ones. So I need a slightly special screw for this here. Don't know if you can see it. It's like 8 points. Usually for me, because of I don't have one, I've been using a small flathead. It just nicks in between them. So if you don't have one of the specialist screws, so they should have wee washers on. So the front and rear one should have wee washers. Washer on them. So the easy way to remember which one goes where. These two here, the front one and the rear one, both have the washers. One with our washer goes in here. Go. As you can see again, wee washer. I know it's hard to see, but there's a wee silver washer on it. Set her down there. Then this here will just break apart into two parts. So the reason why I put my hand across the back of this here, stop the spring. You know what, I'm going to do it this way. So we just split it apart. Well, here I made a slight miscalculation on what way to take this out. There we go. So that's our split apart into two parts, and that is full access to your piston. So this will let you change your piston, modify it. Then if you need to, you just pull the spring out. There we go. This is the Garter Upgrade system. Inner. So this is the upgraded Garter one. So what came with it originally, this is the original piston inner, the TM piston. And this is her original cylinder. As you can see, they are slightly different. Hopefully this wee guide helps. Now, going to an SP, going up in the springs, I originally stuck a 100 spring in her with the Garter system. This here was firing 400 FPS. I had to put an M100 spring in there instead of the Garter SP due to that there. It's now firing about 280, 290 on 0.25s, which is within legal limits for the United Kingdom and, well, Northern Ireland. Mainland UK is slightly different. Northern Ireland is 3281 joule, maximum on 0.2s. So please do consider that if you are from Northern Ireland or in a country that has limited FPS on what you're upgrading on this gun. Each thing will impact it differently. So with that there, I hope that is been helpful in regards to everyone's guide in taking her down and stripping their piston and gearbox. Anyways, with that there, if anyone has any questions on it, please do let me know. And if you'd like to see more airsoft videos like that there, how to disassemble more unique guns and rare guns, please let me know. Anyways, everyone, thanks again for watching, and I shall see you all later.